Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Teresa and today I'm going to be going over all of the prompts that I have had so far for my TBR game, Jurassic TBR, so far this year. Hello everyone, so if you watched my September TBR, you will know that I was a little bit scatterbrained and did not quite have all of my cards in a row, or cards in a deck, I guess to say. So what I'm going to do in this video is very quickly just run through what cards I have chosen this year. So I started my game in June. I officially came back to BookTube in June. If you guys are unaware, I was gone for a while, over a year really, due to a car accident I was in. But I officially made my comeback to BookTube in June of 2025. So I will link my playlist down below for all of my Jurassic TBR games. I haven't really done many wrap-ups. Actually, I don't think I've done any wrap-ups this year. So sorry guys. So if you want to know what I've read, this is kind of a little bit, I'm not going to go in depth in any of these books. I'm not going to really be explaining my feelings and thoughts towards them. I'm just telling you whether or not I read them or not. Whether I read them or not. Basically, I'm just going to go June, July, August, September, because I am now, well, I'm still in September, but I'm counting September in this because in October's TBR video, I also didn't really talk about it. So October's TBR should hopefully be coming up before this one. I'll link that down below as well. Okay. Basically, I'm just going to really quickly run through the cards that I got and whether or not I read the book for them and they go in the discard pile, or if I didn't read the book for them and now they're back in the active pile. And I gotta tell you, I'm missing some cards. So, oh my gosh, I'm redoing my game. I have, right now at this point in time, I've got everything set on the computer. Everything's good to go. I just have to print off the cards. So, it's no big deal I'm missing some because I'm redoing them anyways. Okay. So for July, I had 4, and I'm only holding 3 because I lost one, but I had 4 Jurassic TBR cards and 1 Mr. TBR card. So the first card that was drawn was a Jurassic TBR card, and that is Delta Read a Spooky Book. And I read the Underwood tapes and I rated it a 4 stars. So this one goes into the discard pile. Then I had Sci-Fi. I'm missing that card. But when it comes back around, it will unfortunately be going back into the active deck because I did not read the book I chose, and it was Jurassic Park, which you'd think I'd really want to read it. But I was listening to an audiobook and I was like, man, I really want to tandem read this because there's a lot in the audiobook. There's a lot in the physical book that like you kind of miss if you're just reading the audiobook as far as formatting and stuff like that. So I decided to put it on hold. And then it's been on hold, so I'm like, I'm just going to start it over again. Like, I've already read the book, but I'm going to just restart. So Sci-Fi, unfortunately, will go back into the active deck. Oh, if you do not know how my game is played, and maybe this is your first video you're seeing by me, really quickly, before we continue, basically with my game, if I land on a square or a footprint that causes me to draw a card, I can draw, you know, again, either the Mr. TBR or the Jurassic TBR cards. If I read the book in the month, if I complete the card within the month, it goes into the discard pile. If I do not complete the card within the month, it goes back into the active deck and is able to be shuffled back in and used again until I complete it. Basically, it continues to stay active until I complete it. But I also don't put it in right away because I normally play my game a little bit ahead of time so I can get the video out. So say for like this month, it is September. I've already played October's game, but I haven't finished September's prompts yet. So the 2 cards that I drew for September won't go back into rotation, if they go back in rotation at all, until November. And then October's cards won't go back into rotation until December, if that makes sense. So it's like they skip a month. Okay, let's get back to it. After I drew Sci-Fi, I had another Jurassic TBR, and that was Zach Mitchell, Read a Young Adult Book. So for this one, this will be going discarded because I have read An Ember in the Ashes series. 5 stars, adore this series. I'm grateful I'm rereading it. I'm rereading the last book in the series this month in September. I'm actually going to be starting it any day now, and I cannot wait. Sky Beyond the Storm. This is the only one of the series I haven't read yet, and I need to get to it. But yeah, I did read An Ember in the Ashes, so we got that one good. Then we had our one and only Mr. TBR card, and this one was a doozy. because it was don't move, pick a book blindfolded. But because this is a specialty card, all of the Mr. TBR cards that have pictures on them or like sayings like this means I have to draw 2 books for this one prompt. I ended up completing this, so this goes into the discard pile. Thank goodness. I read What the River Knows, which is right behind me, and I gave it a 4-star. And I read The Lost Apothecary, and I gave that a 4.5 star. And then last in June, I had a Jurassic TBR card, and this was Mr. Udsky, read a book that with an ugly cover. And you see that slash mark there means I had to read 2 books for this one prompt. So I had to double up twice in the month of July. And I did complete this card. So this is going into the discard pile because I picked Screwtape Letters and Death in the Downline. Death in the Downline, I gave it 3.75. Screwtape Letters, I didn't technically finish it, but I got like 50% through. And for the purposes of my game, if I at least get a decent amount into the book, I don't have to finish it, but I at least have to get a decent amount into the book, then I can choose to discard the card. And I'm just discarding it because I don't like to read books with other ugly covers. Moving on to July. In July, I had 4 of these and 2 of these. So first up, I drew a Mr. TBR card, and that was one word title. This is getting discarded because I read Ambush, and that was a 4.75 star. Then I had Pet Pick, so Clever Girl, Pet Pick. This is also a TBR, Mr. TBR card. This one goes back in my deck anyways, just because it's my favorite prompt. So I always put it back, whether or not I finish the game or complete it or not. I didn't finish it though, but I was supposed to have read Wisteria and 3 Bags Full. I did not get to Wisteria, but I did read 3 Bags Full, 5 stars. Amazing book. Highly, highly recommend that one. After that, I had a Jurassic TBR, and I realized as I was remaking this, his name is not Lewis. His name is Lowry. I put Lewis Carruthers. It's Lowry Carruthers. So good thing I'm remaking my cards, but it doesn't matter because I did finish this one. It's read a book with a dual timeline. I read Darling Girls, and I gave that a 5 star. It was an amazing thriller. Heavy one, so like check trigger warnings if you're going to read it, but oh my gosh, did I love it. After that, another Jurassic TBR card, and this one was Mosasaurus, read a book about mythology. But you see that little slashy down there? That means I had to pick 2 books for this one prompt as well. Thankfully though, I was able to read both of them, so this is being discarded. What I read for those was Bemused, and that was a 4.75, and I also read Voice of the Ocean, which was a 4.5. Next up, I had another Jurassic TBR card, and it's Dr. Alan Grant, read a book about paleontology or related to paleontology. I was going to read The Paleontologist, and yeah, didn't get around to it, so this one goes back into the active deck. And the last one of the month, another card that I lost somehow. It was a Jurassic TBR card, so it was one of these guys, and who was the character? I think it was Peter Lidlow. Anyways, it was to read a book about a cult, and I was supposed to read Angus at the End of the World, and I did not get to that one. So when I print off my new cards, which will be sometime, before November's gameplay, which is when the cards would go back in circulation anyways, that one will go back into the active pile. Both of the cards I'm missing go back in the active pile. I don't know, maybe I'm just like subconsciously hid them, so I'm like, I really don't want to read those. I don't know. Now on to August. I had 2, you see, this is another reason why I'm remaking my cards. I had 2 of these and 3 of these. So first off was the Jurassic TBR, and it is Amanda Kirby, read a book with a mother-child relationship. So for this, I chose Overgrowth by Mira Grant. There was a mother-child relationship in here. It was very, very slight, but I'm still counting it. So that goes in the discard pile. After that, I had the most amazing ever, John Hammond, Mood Read. This is one that also always goes back in. So at the very, very end of my game, when all of my cards are done, the last 2 ones I will have will be Pet Pick and Mood Read. So I know before I reshuffle my cards back in, these 2 always have a chance to be picked because they're my favorite cards. So for Mood Read, I did actually complete it, but again, it's going in the active pile. I read Cry in the Dark, and I gave that a 4.75. After that, I landed on a Mr. TBR card, and I had to match my outfit. I am sad about this one, because I was wearing an Epic Jaws t-shirt, and I really wanted to match my outfit. Yeah, you can imagine this is going back in the active deck because I was supposed to read Chasing Shadows, nonfiction about great white sharks, and I just didn't get to it. So this goes back into the active deck. Then I had a Mr. TBR card again, and it was to read a soft DNF, and the book I picked for that was The Tainted Cup, and I didn't get around to finishing that either. I didn't even open it at all in the month of August. So this goes back in the active deck. And then the last one for August was again a Mr. TBR card, and that was to read a book from the A to Z challenge, and the letter I picked that I had not fulfilled yet was H, and the book I was going to read for that was Her Darkest Secrets, and I did read that book, so that card is also being discarded. I gave Her Darkest Secrets a 4.75. And finally, let's move on to this current month, September. My game only chose one of each, which was super cool. So for my Jurassic TBR card, it picked Stegosaurus, read a graphic novel. I have completed this one already by reading The Woman in the Woods, or Woman of the Woods, something like that. So this goes in the discard pile. And the last one, the Mr. TBR card, was to read a buzzword book. And I have not yet read this one. I still plan on reading it, so I'm hoping that that one will be considered in the discard pile as well. And I chose Abominable Science for that one because this is buzzword for punctuation in the title. Okay guys, there you have it. Those are all of the books, all of the cards that I have used this year in my Jurassic TBR game. So that gives you kind of a little bit of an overview of what I've read and what I haven't read if you've been following along with my games. I'm really trying to get back on track and doing like wrap-ups and stuff like that to actually talk about the books I've read. But in the meantime, this is just a little bit of a here you go, fun little thing for you guys to have so that you know what I read and what I haven't read. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to give this a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see more of me. And let's go ahead and leave a card, any kind of card emoji, down in the comments down below. And I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!